Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Edessa, the Dark Crusades. It is not very long after the joyride that was Ulrich's meeting. Uh, I personally had a blast of a time. Um, Gufran had as well. That's good. Other people may not have. You know, not going to name names. But a little point was raised during my meeting is that these people they don't know each other very well, and so a proposition was made to have a bit more talk in private. And Gufran, being the gentleman that he is, had extended the invitation to his carpet shop to the little Sombra, the lovely lady Irene.
Yeah, she's gladly accepted.
The sneaky said is getting it on. Wait, what?
Wait, what? No, please don't anger the Smithy. But yeah, no, she with a gracious smile and a small courtesy again will would have accepted the invite and would have no, she walks along with him, kind of looking around through the city as she's still not very much at home. I mean, they have been here for maybe a few weeks now, 3 weeks probably, and she's not familiarized herself yet with most of the streets and everything. So she's looking around as they walk and just enjoying the nights and the people that are walking by. Some may be drunk, some may not.
It is the
She'll,
bazaar.
yeah, after all, she'll nod to a couple of the guards, smiling ever, like basically smiling the entire time, but her her smile's kind of broaden a little bit when she spots guards or noblemen or stuff like that. And we'll then turn to her host. So you have a shop here at the bazaar.
Yes, I do. Gufran, being a man of Arabic descent himself, has this long black hair kind of tied behind him, and is wearing like a cowl sort of thing, like the thing you wrap your head in.
Yeah.
Um, I do. I had to, of course, pay the fee to the guilds to set it up, but
Mhm.
business is business.
Messiah should have a meeting with you then. She is also a merchant.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
What are her wares?
As she so eloquently puts it herself, there is nothing that she cannot get.
Uh-huh. I see. Very confident. I like that. One must be confident when doing business.
I presume so. I have myself, I'm not very familiar with the trade, but well, watching my sire doing her thing, I have great respect for merchants.
It's
And
good to hear. It is a noble craft.
it is indeed. And I think having a shop here at the bazaar, it must be so lively in a way.
Well, I of course I never see it during the day, um,
Mm.
but at night, yes, there's always something going on here. Ah, we have arrived. Please, and he
Oh,
opens the door for her.
she'll enter and look around.
It's still in the process of being set up. There are various things laying in corners like boxes, chairs, pillows, cushions, carpets, a lot of carpets. Um, I sell carpets.
She'll look around, kind of let her hands kind of slide over one of the pillows. Hmm, seems to be good
I'm.
quality.
Oh, thank you. I am afraid I'm unable to offer any beverages for the night. But I
That
can
is
offer you
more.
a fine chair.
A chair would be lovely. And as for beverages, I came prepared to the meeting.
I see. Very good.
So you have arrived recently.
Yes, actually, together with my sire. Um,
Oh, I see. Actually, where are my manners? We have not formally introduced. I apologize. My name is Irene Arguedes. I am the child of Lady Celine Alexandres. We are of Clan La Sombra.
one of the eternal keepers, shrouded in darkness and mystery.
I mean, she kind of like her strawberry blonde hairs, sharp contrast to sad shadows, but she'll just smile. That's what they call us, yes.
Ah, I am well aware of the things that different entities call others. I myself am no different. Well, I have introduced myself at the meeting, but I will do so again. I am Gufran Wasem of the followers of Set, child of Garagin Tafwik, neonate.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
It is very much a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm sure
Well,
you've been told never trust the Sedites, for we are smooth and eloquent and know how to talk.
I
All
found
truths, none lie.
I found that many are at least trying to gain such an eloquence over the years. It is actually quite beautiful to see such a natural at it.
Oh, you flatter me.
I mean, I am as much one of those who tries to pick up on that art as, like I said, many others in the city.
Not all do, as demonstrated tonight.
Ay, 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 that's.
It was something.
It was something. I was shocked at the behavior of Sir Garland, his name was.
Uh, yes, well, I guess he too failed.
I beg your pardon. I am afraid I'm not following.
Oh, my apologies. I was, of course, talking about the member of Clan Salubri.
Please continue.
Well, very well then. And he'll sit down in one of those very large pillows and grab
She'll take the
like a
seat offered.
and grab the one of those water pipes and just like well, after you and Lord Ulrich had left the room, I was trying to engage her in some polite conversation, and my voice when I spoke, it shook her. It Startled? Pained her. Now, at first, I thought this is because I, of course, am a member of the clan of Set, and
Mm.
she's a member of Clan Slubry. And it is well known, well known, that our clans do not get along at all.
I have heard of such, yes.
But as I continued to talk with her, she kept flinching. I realized, I started to think, what if she's using her ability of Auspex? Is she listening? Who knows?
Irene will try to keep her face as smooth as possible, which I will gladly roll for.
Sure, go for it.
I have to put us on the
Yeah,
this-
put us in the dice roller.
yeah.
Which one are we using? Number one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to number 1.
Okie dokie.
Mm.
I love the title. I love that you actually made that the title.
Why not? Manipulation, subterfuge. But small little neonate thingy. I only have 2 successes, so yeah, she keeps her face straight. Might be a slight twitch at her hands as they kind of grab into her skirts for a moment.
If you do not mind, I'd like to contest that roll.
Of course.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Roll. What's my dice roll for this? I think it's 5.
Mm,
It is 5.
5 is a good number.
Defender wins. You win.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you can still kind of see that it does something.
That's it. The
Yeah.
twitchy hands, the reactions, like the little skirt goes from
Hmm.
smooth to not so smooth.
Yeah. She just kind of tries to hide the little twitch and just strokes her skirt, almost as if she spotted something that she's trying to get off. I see.
It's why I agree to her that with her that we should all endear to follow the highest level of etiquette when in the presence of Lord Ulrich, former Baron of
Mm.
Edessa.
Well, I would say even if he wasn't Lord Ulrich, former Baron and Prince of Edessa, the fact that she is at a meeting that he arranged, it is very poor form to listen in on a conversation that the host is having with someone.
I absolutely agree.
Hmm. Well, that might explain why Ulrich asked for her presence for a little longer.
I'm sure that she has received discipline. I do not take Lord Ulrich to be a man of short measures.
I can assure you that that Clan La Sombra does not take short measures.
It is very reassuring to hear that.
I'm going to peony that because that's like
I got nothing to hide. Go for it.
She has 3 successes on that.
3 successes. Um, yeah, yeah, that makes him happy. The salubri getting the short end of the stick. You know, what can you do? I'll take it.
She'll just nod. Yeah. Well, that shows how much people still have to learn, even after years of tutelage.
Yes. One should be adequately taught once released by their sire.
I couldn't agree more. So, anyway, let's step away from that ugly business.
Ah,
What brings you to the city?
well, hmm,
I mean, if my
I
question was
could.
too bold,
I
please.
could give you an honest answer. I could give you a lie. Which one would you prefer?
I see honesty as a virtue and lies as a necessary evil from time to time. It is not up to me to tell you which answer you must give. It is only up to me to judge the answer that you give.
Very safe answer. I like it. Me and my sire came to this city for the clan of the followers of Stat to have, well, to expand, to put it lightly. We are, after all in the servants of our great Lord Set.
I have heard rather little about the followers of Set, but I can make an estimated guess from the name. I
We have nothing to hide.
that is a lie that everybody tells everybody.
Of course it is.
We all have things to hide.
We both have. We both sit here in polite conversation, and yet we weigh each word we say very carefully.
This is true. This is true. But I don't think either of us would blame the other for it.
No, it's simply the business. Well, business is business, like I said.
Mhm. You come here to expand.
Well, mainly my business.
I figured.
I need to make money.
Yes, money makes the world go round.
Indeed, it does.
I actually don't know if that's a saying at that point yet because I believe the earth is still flat.
This is true. Money is like the earth, it's flat.
The earth is like a coin. The coin is shaped as the earth.
Geld moet rollen.
Something like that. Geld maakt niet gelukkig. Maar gelukkig maakt meer geld. Well, so far I have seen the city as a place where many go to for simply the fact that it has many opportunities. So I suspect your business would be blooming or will be blooming soon.
Of course it will. I, of course, am impeccably eloquent and have a natural talent for business.
Well, you do have your charm for it, I am sure,
I practice it every night.
as we all should.
As we all should strive to do.
Mm. But then again, as you say, there are those who
Fail.
fail or refuse to take in these minute details of canine society. In the end, etiquette is built on those details, and a certain eloquence in it is simply the ability to see the details and appreciate them for what they are. In a way, like one of your carpets.
They are exquisitely crafted. Are you in the interest of buying one, perhaps?
I am afraid you
You,
should talk to my sire again.
you would be my first customer. I could give you a discount.
I really have little coin on me. It's safer that way.
That's such a shame.
A woman walking by herself through the dark streets of Edessa.
I am sure you are able to handle anybody who throws himself at you.
I suspect so too in most situations. However, one cannot be too careful.
A safe option again.
Well, I will take risks
When needed,
when needed.
when they provide rewards.
Well, that could be one and the same thing.
But it could also be a different thing, which I find highly entertaining, might I add.
Well, I suspect buying one of your carpets would be one of the safest things that I could do with you.
Might I ask,
Mm,
and to clarify, you do not have to answer this question.
of course.
What would you think would be the unsafest thing to do with me?
Well, as you said, the reputation of the followers of Sets precedes you, and I can think of many options that are not particularly safe.
I only need to hear one.
With the risk of insulting you, I
Oh,
would
there's no
gladly
insult. I
decline.
did personally ask for this question. I would love to hear this answer. I am being very serious. I would love to hear this answer. You are, of course, free to not answer, but
Mhm.
there's absolutely no need to worry about insulting me.
No, but whatever answer I will provide will give you some insights, which I feel is an answer in itself.
Shrewd. The safe option once more, is it not? Alas, the risk is not worth the reward. I see how it is.
Well, since we have to work together, and I must say, I am glad that I got this presented to me. it would be more difficult to have the Bruja or Salubri as a second in command. I feel that being on the safest path right now and getting to know you, and you probably getting to know me, is something that is not necessarily a bad thing and a reward in itself.
You're well on your way on becoming eloquent with words.
I have yet much to learn.
You, you are quite young, aren't you? Perhaps I'm guessing younger than even myself.
Well, it's hardly appropriate to guess a lady's age, but I
I
cannot
am
answer such
nothing.
question.
I am nothing but inappropriate.
I could still not answer your question as I do not know your age.
Very fair. See, it just sort of blurted out, but a thought struck my mind.
Mhm.
You carry no coin on you. You depend on your
Little.
little, not more than necessary. Absolutely necessary, not enough to buy one of my carpets, which I would say is a necessity, an absolute necessity.
I may have enough to buy one of these pillows, which I must say look amazing.
The discount is still in place. But back to my sentence. Back to my weird and strange thought. Hear me out.
By
You
all
wish to
means.
learn the ways of eloquence. You're well on your way of learning the ways of eloquence. Very good. You depend on your sire for more coin. You very much still rely on your sire. I think you're quite young. But
I think.
as you said, it is very inappropriate to guess your lady's age. So do pardon me.
Ah,
I do
you are
not know
not.
if you want to keep it hidden,
Mhm.
but I would advise you try a little better.
I will thank you for your advice. I hiding this what you imply. Hiding my age. Mm, it is not something that I'm actively hiding, as that would be a breach of etiquette.
As long as nobody asks, it doesn't need to be known.
Exactly. But you are here with your sire as well, although I
I am
presume
indeed.
in a different partnership.
My sire has released me from his care. And whilst I am not a fledgling, he still has much to teach me.
Do the elder ever stop teaching the young?
When they no longer have a need for us.
Even then, we can learn from them simply by observing them.
If they let us.
This is true. Yet again, even that proves a point. Even the absence of behavior is behavior. It can be viewed as such.
It can either be the safest of routes or the most riskiest of routes.
Yes.
I enjoy talking with you.
Well, you are an interesting blah 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 English blah
All right.
blah 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 conversationalist yourself.
Again, you flatter me.
It is only flattery if it weren't true.
Gasp. Like go for a little just gasp.
Yeah, she smiles. With your permission, of course, I would love to inform my sire of your little shop.
Of course, I am always open for new potential business partners. Or, if not, the rival businesses.
Or someone who's taught me a lot about how to hold a pleasant yet entertaining conversation.
That is absolutely amazing.
So, where do you hail from?
I hail from the Syrian region.
I see. Tell me about that place.
Ooh, there to tell. Well, where I'm from, we had few a few local wars. A fraction of the Crusaders went down there way back in the day, and that still has repercussions to these nights. Um, there's a lot of sand. You might have guessed, but we were fortunate enough to be close by the sea. The life prospered. The Syrian area. Home.
You sound like you miss it.
From time to time, I do, but I see so many new things these nights, and I would not change it to go back to those nights. No,
It is,
I am content.
it is exciting to meet new places, new people, new. Even the air can be different.
Even though we do not need to breathe it.
No, this is true.
You will notice, by the way, out of character, Gufran doesn't breathe.
You might, or you will definitely notice if you pay attention to these details that Irene still very instinctively does, as well as the blinking of the eye and the.
He also doesn't blink.
No. No, I figured as much.
And yourself, if I may ask, where do you hail from?
I lived but a day's travel from Athens.
Athens,
Yes,
a city of great culture.
it is indeed. I have been blessed living so close to such a wondrous place. I visited it on many occasions with my family.
That sounds wonderful. I would love to see it one night.
Mm. Well, perhaps you will. Who knows?
Who knows indeed?
Part of this life is that we have many years given to us in which we can explore the world and visit the places that we love to see one day.
I would correct you on two things. We have not been given life, we have been given unlife.
This is
And we do
fair.
not see things during the day, we see them during the night.
Yes, this is indeed true. And I hope you forgive my misspeakings on this.
Do not worry. It only confirms a few thoughts. Like I said, no insults here.
That is good to hear. So this business, what do you make of it?
Well, I've only recently arrived in the city. I've only recently acquired this building. I cannot say yet, but there is opportunity. And where there's opportunity, there is money.
I was not referring to your business.
Oh, oh, oh. I feel ashamed
No,
to
it
not have
is.
caught such a simple question. Ah, I must be slipping.
I highly doubt it.
Business, huh? Ghastly. The breaches of etiquette, the breaking of traditions. I've learned from my sire and from my primogen that Edessa has. It has been a hotbed of activity the past 100 years. And in the
Mhm.
last 2 decades, those things have only been multiplied by the salubri. Hmm. How tasty.
Oh dear.
I do apologize. I become a little excited whenever I talk about the fall of the salubri.
I can tell.
You can tell. Oh no, I am slipping.
I'm perfectly sure that you're not. Speeches are interesting.
They're worrisome.
Yes.
Interesting is not the right word. I would say they are worrisome.
Well, interesting is a milder way to put worrisome.
I guess.
I hope to hear from my, well, acquaintance in the clan Samitsi soon about what happens in their domain. And I have someone who is willing to provide some information, who has many eyes and ears in the city, which could be extremely helpful.
I see. What a wonderful thing in your possession.
Hmm. It is hopefully gonna, hopefully it's gonna get some good uses out of it. But These are the things that I have so far accomplished, but I have not yet found an appropriate group to actually go out and investigate.
No. If this is as well as Lord Ulrich put it, a Canaanite in Wasai, then it might not be a group. It might just be a single person. I believe the mobility that they showed and the survivability that it has shown up till now can be attributed to a possession of the protean discipline.
Hmm.
But that is mere conjecture and conclusion based on mere rumors, not facts. I say that knowing that the distance that it has moved is quite large, so there's a fact and not a rumor.
Yes,
I really am slipping.
the meeting was intense.
It was. It was very amusing.
I hope to hear back from my contact soon. Is there anything you could do or are going to do in between?
Well, I can ask uh, some of the people that I know here in the bazaar. And I plan, of course, as was discussed, to look at where the first attack happened, or the main attack happened.
The South Slums.
Yes, South Slums.
Southwest Slums? I don't know what it's called. Yes, I have heard it's not a place where someone for my standing would blend in well, but if possible, I would gladly accompany you.
I would be honored to have you at my side.
I am not quite sure.
360 smile on his face.
Shall I? Yes, I will piety, said Smile. And I have only one success.
Yes, come to me. Set the spider to the fly. No, it's he seems very excited. He's very happy.
She'll smile. Well, if I am supposed to be the one that is in charge, then it would hardly do to wait for news to come to me, right? As you said, sometimes we need to play it safe and sometimes we need to take a risk.
Yes. Yes, we do. Of course, you can always stick to the shadows in the slums.
It helps that there are probably a lot of them.
It does, yes. And of course, my clan has the ability to remain unseen, which is always helpful.
Which is always helpful indeed. It would help if we would have someone with us who is a bit more, well, martially inclined.
Yes, not the spy.
um, no. not a spy. Let him do what he does best.
I
Mhm.
am. I'm
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, well, lovely.
Maybe over the next coming nights we can look into finding someone who can make the claim that he or she is martially inclined.
Perhaps a member of Clan Gangrel.
Hmm.
Perhaps even a member of Clan Ventru.
I have not had the pleasure yet of meeting one from either of these clans.
Never or not yet.
Not yet.
I'm a peony that.
And I will contest.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep.
I again have 2 successes. This is the night of 2 successes for me.
I, is that, oh no, that's not a botch. I have a 10 there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a fail.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a fail. Thank God. It's really weird because it takes away the failure as well. And I was like, what?
Is that? Yeah.
Huh?
This is why I prefer to just count them.
Well, the Ventru are, of course, the knights. The noblesse oblige. The crusaders who came to these lands
Hmm.
and killed a whole lot of people. But then again, we are Canaanites. Bloodshed comes in our way. Clan Gangrel, noble beasts. Bit savage. Bit animalistic. A little simple.
There's
But
nothing wrong with being
pleasant company.
straightforward or simple.
I will say pleasant company.
Mm.
I have nothing bad to say about Clan Gangrel. Neither do I have anything bad to say about any of the other clans except clans.
I, at this point in time, have not anything particularly bad to say of any kind of clan.
Of course, and you shouldn't. Do you want to know why? Telling somebody that you have something bad to say about another clan is admitting you have a weakness.
Mm.
I am merely stating the obvious. The clan of Set does not like the clan of, well, it does not like Clan Salubri.
When it's a known fact, it's best not to try and deny it, or it will become awkward.
Yes, it will. But yes, not a member of Clan Bruhan, not a spy, a member of Clan Gangrel would be terrific. What about your acquaintance from Clan Zemisi?
Mm,
Could he or she, I do not know, it's the Zemisi after all, um, be of any assistance to us?
I think he most definitely can, but I am not sure how well versed he is in the art of sparring with swords instead of with words.
Oh no, no, no! I was not referring to his martial ability. I was first that
Blah, blah, blah. English.
English. Referring to him assisting our group with, besides just talking to his elders about matters about from the breaches.
I have found him highly intelligent, so I would say he would be a fine addition to our group indeed.
That is wonderful.
Hmm.
Someone with a very good education could certainly be useful. Not like myself. I am a mere merchant.
I have found over the nights that one should never underestimate the knowledge of a merchant.
See and hear a lot.
Not just that, they need to be able to appraise their goods.
Oh, well, that comes with experience. That's not education.
Mm, I would say differently. Also, one must have knowledge of numbers, usually also a little bit at least of literacy.
One must at least be able to read and write. Yes, most certainly.
Is
Otherwise,
this
we would not
still,
be in this business.
well, this is still not a common good.
Well, I
So
was I was speaking of some higher education, but
one must be able to adapt to several different kind of cultures. And with cultures, I would not necessarily mean different countries, but statuses. You have to be able to sell a carpet to a smith, a priest, a nobleman. This requires versatility and insightfulness. What words to use, what praise to give.
if so, I'm severely lacking. I'm unable to sell you one of my carpets.
You got me as far as to consider a pillow.
Consider! Ah, and here I thought I had for sure sold you one. Damn me for assuming things. It seems I must try harder.
Well, you haven't really started selling anything to me. I have been able to take a look around this place, but so far you have made no offer. You have made no propositions on what to buy based on what I'm wearing and how what I, well,
Yes?
how I look. I said you have not charmed me the way merchants do when they try to sell you things, when
Charm.
it is a fabric or a necklace.
Well, I do have a lovely basket that has a snake in it, and I have my flute here. So you see,
Well, I would definitely say that that would earn you several copper pieces.
copper. Ah, no appreciation for fine culture. Copper.
Have you seen how many people there are sitting on the bazaar, even now, with a basket and a flute?
But do they have a snake? I know I do. And his eye just sort of has this slit in it, and then it turns back to normal.
She her smile, like for a split second, her smile is kind of like freezes a little on her face, Only for like a split second.
It's also not more than a second that the slit is there. It's just
Mm.
I know I do. Pow.
Well, you have my word that at least I believe you, where I sometimes doubt the people on the streets.
Uh, I must adjust your stance. You should never believe what a Sithite says. Never.
Well, you haven't
But you
proven me
should
wrong
believe
or
me.
right.
But you should believe me when I say you look absolutely beautiful in that dress.
Thank you.
He looks so smug with himself. So smug. So smug.
And she'll kind of like uses her hand to fan herself a little bit. I thank you very kindly for that compliment. It is one of my favorite ones.
So tell me,
Mhm.
what sort of pillow are you interested in? Would it one be used for sleeping? One for resting? One to use as a seat? One to use as a support?
Mm. Well, if I would have to pick a pillow, I would very much like one that I could recline against when, well, while studying. One that I could easily transport from my study to my bedroom. One that is strong enough so I could lean against it, but also soft enough so that in case of need I could lay my head on it. Would one such pillow exist?
Of course it does.
Would it so happen to exist in this very shop?
Well, I am so glad you ask. Give me a moment, madam. And he goes towards the back.
I swear, if you come back with an actual pillow. As he goes to the back, she kind of just stands up and just looks around, looks at some of the carpets. Very often, just let her hand kind of slide over it, kind of feeling the fabric, the threads.
The fabric, when you slide your hand over it, will sigh back to you centrally. Wait, what?
God damn it, Max. God damn it. She just genuinely seems to appreciate the beauty of the carpets, of the mosaics in it, or sometimes even like the pictures or whatever is displayed on the surface of said tapestry or
After
carpet.
a little while, Gufran comes back with two pillows.
Oh, you.
As he stands at the ready to make his sales pitch.
She'll walk back and will wait expectantly.
I have two pillows. I, of course, have more, but this is just beginning. Let's start with the softer one. This one, as you can see, is, well, does not have a lot of resistance. It has the necessary requirements that you can put it on a chair and use it as support. Comforting for the back, keeping you steady while you sit up straight, or perhaps go for a little easier stance, just laying down a bit like this. Very easy to rest your head on. You will have to shake it up a bit, but once you do, you will sleep like the sheep. The second pillow is a bit sturdier, a bit harder, but as you can see, it's a little more elastic. Has that more oomph that the other pillow misses. It has power where the other one has softness, adaptability. This one prevents ache, whereas a normal pillow, like the previous one, is a very good pillow, by the way, might I add. Over continuous years may cause some trouble in the back and the neck. Of course, we're Canites, we do not suffer this. But if not switched out, a normal pillow would cause some pains in the back and the neck. This pillow prevents that. So it is suitable to be passed down to the generations, which it can, because it is, like I said, sturdy enough to survive that long. Like I said, you can also put this one on the back, like this. Have a nice, almost a second chair within your chair.
Hmm. These are very interesting pillows indeed. And why is there
Why?
a difference between the first and the second pillow? What is the secret behind it?
What secret? Oh, you want me to reveal my secrets to you? You're asking me for so much. Well, the difference between the two pillars is that humanity likes to have different things. One ring is very different from the other ring.
So there is no difference in material, in quality, other than the fact that humanity wants something different.
That is not what you asked, however.
Hmm. And from your own point of view, which one would hold best quality?
The better quality, I would go for the second one.
Hmm.
It provides more support for yourself. It goes with you for a lot longer. My personal preference is that it's a lot comfier. I know others that prefer the first pillow. Um, I will not say they are wrong. They're, of course, right in their own opinion. I just prefer the second one.
And why would someone buy the first?
That depends on the personal taste. And, of course, how well I do my sales pitch.
Why is the first more expensive?
No, the second is.
I see. And how much would you ask for either of them then?
I have no idea how money works in this time and age.
Neither do I.
So this is going to be like, blah, 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 blah.
Then they will kind of start to negotiate a little bit about price, and yeah, she'll take the second pillow.
Hey,
I will trust you with this, that you do not present me with material that turned out to be less of a quality than your sales pitch was.
of course not. I'm a Setite. I lie about everything, but not when it comes to my goods. Come on. I have a professional reputation to uphold.
This is true.
So, for the pillow, would you like a nice casing with it? Some As I've got you interested now.
Ah, you have, but a little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way. And yet now it is bland. A little white. Not extremely comfortable to lay your head on because of the fabric that is on it right now. I have some lovely fabrics that would do amazing things with your bed and your study chamber.
I would suggest
He
that I will sleep
strokes.
on it.
He strokes the pillow whilst he's saying this.
I will sleep on it. I feel buying one of these fabrics would definitely require a second meeting.
Wonderful. Anything requiring a second meeting in business is always good.
Exactly. So I will gladly take this pillow, and she will put the coins on like a table that's standing there. I don't know. There's a table now. Boom, bam, table. She'll cover them with her hand, and then she kind of shove them towards him slowly. Retract her hand, of course, so that he can check to see if the coins are real
He'll
and if they have the right weight and everything.
he'll pull out one of those waiter thingies.
Mhm.
The ones you use to weigh coins. And just
Mm.
clip, 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 flick them over.
Yeah, they're good. It's a
And
good coin.
close the pouch. And differently hand her the pillow.
And
Irina's
she'll,
probably noticed everything with this guy is extravagance.
yeah, she, and she'll carefully accept the pillow and will hold it in one hand, then manages to make a curtsy. Of course, it's not with the lovely little sway of the hips that would make her skirts kind of blossom up a little, but it's still gracious enough, considering the fact that she also holds the pillow. Well, it was a pleasure seeing your shop. It was a pleasure talking to you, my lord. Excuse me, sir.
Please.
Sir, Guthrum, then.
That will do. It was my absolute pleasure to get to know you, Irene. And for that, allow me to teach you one more thing. If I may, of course.
Of course.
You've made a mistake. You
I
bought a
have.
pillow from me
Hmm.
without actually trying it out first. You handed me my
Yes,
coin before touching the pillow.
I was well aware.
You trusted a Setite.
That was not what I said. And she'll kind of turn around and takes a couple of steps before looking back, smiling.
How devious. I love it. You have captured my heart without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, then I have not done my job right, as it is shadows that we deal in.
Ah, I feel heartbroken. It was so short,
I
but
am
I have
sure.
such good memories of it.
I think tonight was memorable to both of us. Now I must take my leave.
Do you require an escort? as you say, these streets aren't exactly the safest.
I I know the way from the bazaar to my haven, but I do thank you for the offer.
Well then, have a wonderful night.
Likewise, and may we meet again soon.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
I have all the trust in the world of it.
Oh,
And yeah, she'll leave the store with those words, and we'll make her way back to the merchant district. And unless the Setite wants to do anything else, no, the Setite is good. Then we will end the scene. Thank you, player, for playing. It was such a pleasure. And thank you, watchers, for watching. This was a scene for Edessa, The Dark Crusade, Season 2.